Welcome to another episode of our Canada immigration tutorials. Today, what I'm going to share with you is on how to apply for your post-graduation work permit. We know already that most of the students have just finished their programs and they're just waiting for the release of their transcript of records and especially for their letters of completion. While you are waiting for the release of your transcript of records, diploma, and your letter of completion, it is better for you now to prepare and gather all the other documents that you need. And you can see or you will know the documents that you need to apply for the post-graduation work permit is when you have the lists of this. And how can you get the list? You can go to the website of the immigration or the CIC to look for it if you're applying especially on paper. But if you're going to apply online, you can start now to look for those lists of documents that you need by going to your CIC account. And that's what I'm going to show you on how to do it. This video is specially made for those who want to apply their post-graduation work permit on their own, or what they call it, the do-it-yourself or DIY. So you don't need to have an immigration consultant to help you prepare your documents and apply for your post-graduation work permit. The first thing that you need to have is your CIC account. So at the moment, if you don't have yet a CIC account, I will put the link below the tutorial as well on how you will create your own CIC account, because I think most of you have asked the help of the immigration consultant, so they will be the one to have that access to your account. But you can have your own. You can create your own CIC account. In that video, it will show you how to create your own account. And if you already have your own account, then you can follow what I'm going to show you on how you will apply for your post-graduation work permit. So to start the application, you need to open your CIC account. So right here, you put your username, the password, and then just click accept here. And then there's this identity validation. So just put your answer here. This one is the answer, the secret question when you created your CIC account. So this is one of the questions. Click continue, and then it will show you the personal page of your CIC account. So go down to the bottom, look for start an application. Okay, and click the apply to come to Canada. Since you don't have the personal reference code, so you will go straight to the next question, which is below. It says here, determine your eligibility and apply online. So just click this visitor visa, study and or work permit, and it will give you this page. So number one is, what would you like to do in Canada? You are applying for your work permit. So the question here, or the answer here in this question is to work. Okay, so click work. And then how long are you planning to stay in Canada? Even though you plan to stay here permanently. Remember that at this stage, we are just asking the immigration to allow us to stay here temporarily. So the good or the best answer for this is not permanently, but temporarily more than 6 months. We are anticipating that they will give us a 1 year or 3 year, up to 3 years of postgraduate work permit. And then select the code for your passport. So it is your citizenship. So where do you come from? And the next would be your current residence. Okay, so if you're here in Canada, just put Canada. And then also to the next question, do you have a family member who is Canadian citizen or permanent resident who is 18 years or older. Okay, so if you don't have here and you are applying it on your own, so you have to choose no. And then put your date of birth. Okay, so put your date of birth. So in this page also, they're asking you if you are a permanent resident of the US. And then what is your current immigration status in Canada? Since you still have a valid study permit, so you have to choose student. Okay, so do you plan to work on campus? You will say here no because you already done schooling. So it says here again, so are you a full-time student participating post-secondary institution and work off campus to 20 hours per week? So say no. And then the second question would be, have you recently graduated from a participating Canadian post-secondary institution? Say yes. And then, is your work an essential part of your studies? You are not yet anymore studying. Just say no for this question. And the next page will be asking you if you have approved in principle for your permanent residence application. Since you don't have yet one, so you just say no for this question. Have you submitted a permanent resident application in Canada? Since you don't have yet, so answer no to this question. And the last one would be, do you have a written job offer? If you don't have a job offer, it doesn't matter. Just say no. And then, so do you have an official letter from your school? So this is another question. So the similar question to the questionnaire before. So just say yes. So even though you don't have yet now, you are anticipating that you will get it later on. So marital status, just say what is your marital status here. Province of destination, so I'm already here in Alberta, so I'll put Alberta. This is the result of that questionnaire. So you are qualified or eligible to come to Canada, apply, or to stay in Canada. So you are qualified to apply for the temporary resident visa and your postgraduate work permit in Canada application. So what is this temporary resident visa? This is the one that they attach, so the immigration attach in our passport during our initial application. So when you were in your home country, when you applied to come here to Canada, that's the first one when they request for your passport. So that's what they put in our passport for us to be allowed to come here in Canada. So this is not a study permit because your study permit was issued when you arrive already here in Canada. My suggestion is, since your temporary resident visa will also expire at the same time as your study permit, it's better for you to apply first for your postgraduate work permit, and then when you are approved to your postgraduate work permit and when you receive it, then you can apply your TRV. But the thing there is, if you don't have a plan to go out of the country, to go out of Canada, you don't need to apply. Because this, as I have said, this TRV is being used for us to be allowed to come back here in Canada. Even though you have a work permit, a valid work permit, but you don't have the TRV, when you get out of the country, when you come here in Canada, they will not allow you. So you have to apply it before you leave Canada. For now, and again, I will emphasize this one, apply first for your postgraduate work permit, and when you are already approved to this application, apply for your temporary resident visa. So just click continue, and then another question regarding this that we have answered already, just say yes. So have you had medicals? If you don't have, you don't need to. Medical is not a requirement for you to apply for your postgraduate work permit unless you will be working daycare or some medical work or jobs, then you need to apply. So this is the one that I'm referring to. So if you are applying for one of these jobs, okay, so you have to get a medical certificate. So for this one, you need to answer here yes. Okay, and then they will require you to undergo a medical. Okay, so next one. So do you want to submit application for a family member? If you're alone here, just say no. But for now, just say no. Go say no. So this one is giving access since you're going to apply it on your own. So you don't need to give access to anybody. Just say no here. Just click next. And then in the past 10 years have you given. Right now, I think they are all requiring everybody to undergo a new biometrics. So just say no here. And then click next. So the fees, yes, you are willing to pay your fees here. Click yes. And then another one, click yes here, that you are able to make a digital copy of your documents. And then the payment, just click yes, click here next. And then you can review your answers. Okay, you can review your answers. So you can still change here. Okay, maybe you miss something. You know, you can still change it here. And then click continue. And then it will show you here the submitting application, all the information. Okay, the steps that you have done. And then click continue. And then these are all the documents that you need to submit. Okay, that you need to prepare. So this one is the IMM 5710. So this application to change conditions, extend my stay, or remain in Canada as a worker. Okay, and then, so these are all the documents that you need. So the application form, and then the recent education transcript, your completion of studies is very important. Okay, your passport, okay, the copy of your passport, and your photo. So for this one, although it's an optional thing, I would say just fill it up and also submit it, even though you are not applying yet for your temporary resident visa. Okay, and then the client information is where you will put your letter of explanation. Why do you need a letter of explanation for this? This will give the immigration officer, okay, for you as an applicant, is giving the immigration officer a summary why you are going to apply for this post-graduation work permit, and also stating there the documents that I am going to submit to them. So it is easier for the officer to look for those documents, you know. Okay, so on the bottom you will see how much you're gonna be paying for this application. As I have said, if you have questions regarding on how to fill up your application, you can just comment below. Okay, comment below, and then you can ask me the questions which I can guide you fill it up. Okay, so good luck to everybody, and I hope this tutorial will help you have the confidence to apply your postgraduate work permit successfully. So see you to my next video.